about checking you out, do you?
Hey, hold on. Stop.
May have shared the photo. How many times?
That one, just a couple times, once or twice.
Okay. So definitely to your wife.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've used that photo for your wife, and you were about 20 years old in the photo. You did share it on Snapchat, and then maybe some other girls you were talking to.
Those were the moments when dirty cops caught in the act, red-handed, starting with this officer who didn't know how to deal. On January 2019, Kaylee Coates was stopped by the Louisville Metro Police while driving with her boyfriend and family. Officer Tyler Gelnet, who was in training, conducted a search on Coates. Body camera footage shows that Gelnet's actions crossed boundaries during the search. Initially, he ordered Coates out of the car and searched her by placing his hands on her private area.
Do me a favor, bring her back here, okay? This is one time it's best to bring her back here because of the traffic on Greenwood, okay?
All right.
He's pat me down. Like, okay, go ahead.
Good.
Yeah.
You don't care about checking you out, do you?
Hey, hold on. Stop. Time out. Go back there.
No.
Ma'am, do you have anything on you?
No.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Just hang tight right here. Okay.
This first search happened near the vehicle, and his actions were immediately alarming. A second officer at the scene instructed Gelnet to move Coates to the back of the car for a more detailed search. The second search became even more invasive. According to the lawsuit, Gelnet groped Coates' private parts. This act was caught on camera and led to the other officer reprimanding him.
Yeah. You can shut the door and is that your daughter?
He's training.
He's training.
Yeah, he's supposed to call a woman to really actually pat it down.
It's with male officers. It's supposed to be the back of the hand.
Yeah.
So as soon as he did it wrong, ma'am, listen to me, ma'am. Can you turn around?
I'm sorry.
No.
It's
okay.
just the way he did.
He's a new officer. I'm training him.
Put his fingers.
That's why.
I'm sorry. I thought only a female.
No.
I don't have anything on me.
Ma'am.
Only a female officer.
Males can search females, but we are supposed to use the back of our hand.
That's a violation right
So
there.
that's why as soon as I saw him, I stopped him, told him to go to the back. I'm probably a little worried. If you want to let her know everything's okay, all right? You can. All right. Now I need to check and just make sure that there's no marijuana in the car.
I understand.
He already told me that y'all smoked earlier. Okay. I want to reassure you. Once we do that, be on your way. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You okay, ma'am? Listen.
It was just, I've never had nobody.
I know.
It was awkward.
As soon as I saw it, that's why I stopped him. And I want to personally apologize to you, okay?
The second officer apologized to Coates and explained that Gelnet was still in training. Coates was visibly shaken during the encounter. Her attorney later stated that the incident left her deeply affected, both at the time and long after. Later, the lawsuit filed by Kaylee Coates against Officer Gelnet and the city ended with a $50,000 settlement. This resolution did not admit guilt, but aimed to settle a doubtful and disputed claim. Gelnet's career after the incident faced further scrutiny. In 2020, he was charged with drug trafficking and official misconduct for distributing confiscated marijuana to a woman he was involved with. He resigned from the department and later pleaded guilty to the charges. But what about this man behind the badge, whose act will leave you in complete shock? Once a celebrated athlete in 2011, he was on the path to success in sports and law enforcement. By 2020, that promising image was shattered when he faced over 20 felony allegations. Married with a baby on the way, he seemed to embody the American dream, but an anonymous tip changed everything. Investigators in Chula Vista, California received a report of Fleer's inappropriate behavior with underage girls, sparking an intense investigation. Less than a month after the tip, detectives summoned Fleer to an interrogation room on April 30th, 2020. Here, his confident facade began to crumble.
Okay.
You're not under arrest, and you are not being detained. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'll have you go ahead and write it in. And you can initial or say yes.
Just initial.
Yeah. That you went to Santana High School?
I did, yes.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your upbringing?
Yeah, so grew up Santana High School. Played sports, football, baseball. Went to Grossmont College for a little bit, played baseball there. And I got a job here. Worked at Dick's Sporting Goods before this, so this is my second job. Started working with this department for coming up on 5 years now.
So
Although he was assured he wasn't under arrest, Fleer's stress was evident as he crossed his arms. When asked about his background, he painted a picture of a wholesome life, a star athlete turned correctional officer, recently married, and soon to be a father.
you active on social media at all?
Facebook and Instagram. Had Snapchat back in the day, got rid of that with my wife. We got caught up in the academy with her and stuff, some stuff, but...
Can you tell me about that, or?
I mean, it was with another recruit in the academy, but...
Okay. So you're communicating with another recruit?
I was back in, I stopped, everything got cut off, got rid of... I mean, I didn't delete the Snapchat, I just got delete the app, so...
Okay.
I haven't used it for like, I don't know, a year and a half now.
Okay. So on Facebook, just because I like to jot down everybody's social media when I can, what's your Facebook login? Like your username?
I think just under Jalen Fleer.
It's your name?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
His body language was the first to betray him. Experts often say that stress alters breathing patterns, and Fleer's shift from abdominal to chest breathing was a key indicator. At first, his relaxed demeanor suggested composure, but as the interrogation progressed, his subtle physical cues told a different story.
That's what this is about?
Yeah, so we're looking into some allegations that were made. We're kind of, it started with a Crime Stopper report, so we're just kind of going from there. We did receive a picture that, you know, when we looked into it, it looked similar to you. So I don't know if you can take a look at the picture and just tell me if you've seen this picture before. Oh, I have like 15 million things here. Okay. So this picture right here.
Yeah, that's definitely me with the gross one.
Okay, so this picture right here, how old were you when it was taken?
I don't know, 20?
20? Have you ever used this picture on any social media site?
Detectives probed deeper into his social media activity. Fleer admitted to using platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat, but his responses were inconsistent. He claimed he deleted the Snapchat app years ago, but acknowledged his account might still exist. When questioned about a specific photo linked to inappropriate communication, Fleer's stress visibly increased. His lip-licking and compressed mouth showed signs of unease. He confessed to sharing the photo, but couldn't recall exactly how many times or with whom.
In connection with some allegations about you communicating with a younger female on Snapchat.
Okay.
Have you ever communicated with any females that we've already recognized that yes you have with your recruit from the past? Is there anyone else you've communicated with on Snapchat?
I mean, back then, no, just close friends and coworkers and stuff like that.
Anyone recently? Is there any reason why your phone number and email might be linked to a different Snapchat?
I had Tinder, so I did meet people on Tinder and stuff. Everyone should have been older than that to know of because Tinder's 18 and up.
Okay. Did you ever meet up with anyone that you met on Tinder?
On Tinder, my ex-girlfriend, yeah. And we dated for like 3 years.
Okay, what's your ex-girlfriend's name?
Detectives pressed Fleer on his interactions with younger females through Snapchat. They presented allegations of explicit material being exchanged, which he weakly denied at first. Fleer tried to deflect, referencing past relationships and claiming his actions were misunderstood, yet his shifting body language revealed the truth he couldn't fully conceal. When the detectives mentioned specific accounts and linked his phone number and email to them, Fleer's stress skyrocketed. He stammered while explaining his online activities, and his attempts to provide logical answers were filled with contradiction.
And we dated for about 3 years.
Well, you clearly don't know the concept of Tinder.
I was on Tinder, yeah.
Okay, so how old were you then when you dated her?
Oh, shoot. Maybe like 20. About 20 or 20, yeah.
And how old was she?
Same age. She's
Same age?
my age, yeah.
Okay. So, yes, on Tinder, when you were on Tinder, and forgive me, I'm not very well versed on Tinder, do you have a username there as well?
Here he began blinking less frequently and locking eyes with the detectives. His attempts to appear cooperative by recalling past Tinder conversations and downplaying his actions were met with more detailed questioning.
Was kind of brought up is because this photo was sent to this female, which is why I wonder if this photo would be in anyone else's hands.
I mean, for someone being younger, no, it wasn't anyone I sent younger.
So this photo was sent within the last 3 weeks. Have you sent this
No,
photo?
definitely not. It wasn't me.
Not to anyone within the last 3 weeks? Okay. And you've only shared it with a select few people.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, so.
Okay. So I want to make sure to get all the people you have shared it with, just to make sure they wouldn't try to send it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know there's like screenshots and stuff. I don't remember that one being screenshotted on Snapchat.
Yeah, because Snapchat lets you know when you're screenshotting.
Yeah, it'll tell you, so.
The interrogation continues with investigators pressing him about the origins and sharing of the photo. Fleer admits the image was taken long ago and shared with a few people, but he cannot account for how it ended up in the wrong hands. Detectives notice his discomfort as he sways and stammers, likely a sign of stress. The conversation turns to his social media habits, where he admits using platforms like Snapchat but denies recent communication with minors.
Of it, and we can't find any connection or reason why this photo would end up with this particular person if it wasn't shared by someone you may know or yourself.
I agree, yeah. My wife would have done that, so I don't know why she would share that. So, I don't know, it's a long time ago. So I don't know how it would get in the hands of a younger person.
There were also some conversations that were exchanged between you and this person.
Me? Okay. I didn't talk to anybody younger though.
Not on Snapchat?
No,
Not recently?
not recently, no.
Fleer's defensive strategy reveals inconsistencies, such as accidentally denying talking to someone younger recently, which implies he might have done so in the past. Investigators focus on his accounts, usernames, and connections to verify whether his explanation holds up.
Worked here.
Specifically the transition to 7 days on, 7 days off.
Really? I haven't shared anything like that recently. I couldn't tell you who that would be.
As the discussion progresses, detectives delve deeper into Fleer's personal life and habits. They question his history of sharing explicit images, and he admits to sending numerous photos to his wife, ex-girlfriend, and Tinder matches. But he denies ever sharing videos, though he acknowledges personal recordings involving his wife.
And of course your phone number and everything in connection with it, and some of the combinations of numbers and everything there, you can understand why obviously
Yeah, no,
we have a growing
100%.
concern.
It's weird.
And of course your picture's attached to it.
Yeah.
Right? Which is
Fleer explains that his schedules with his wife are opposite, but maintains they still spend time together. This line of questioning appears designed to understand his routine and whether anyone close to him might have shared private content without his knowledge.
Clarify, I have a couple of questions that
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
don't want to answer, or can I ask you the questions? Because you can choose to answer or not answer. So if I ask you a question and you're like, I don't want to answer that,
Yeah,
you can
no,
tell me
understand.
that. Just so that we understand, just based on the admonishment she read you, okay? One of my questions was, I think I missed it, but when was the last time that you had Snapchat? Because I know you said you deleted it, but I didn't hear when you deleted it.
I just deleted the app. I deleted that when I was in the academy.
In the academy.
Yeah.
When did you go to the academy?
It's like a little over a year ago.
A year ago,
Yeah.
so in 2019?
Yeah, right at the beginning of 2019, January.
Okay. And
The final stretch of the interrogation escalates as detectives inform Fleer about a search warrant. This warrant grants access to his phone, locker, vehicle, and even his home. Fleer's resistance wanes as he realizes the extent of the investigation. He reluctantly hands over his phone and provides the code to his vehicle, but grows visibly tense when his home is mentioned. He expresses concern about his wife being alone during the search, but offers no resistance, knowing he has little choice.
on behalf of the court moving forward.
Okay.
Okay. So I will give you a chance to read through this. This is a search warrant that was granted this afternoon by a judge.
Okay.
The warrant does allow us to grab some DNA swabs from you,
Okay.
as well as any mobile devices that might.
Fleer's apprehension becomes evident as they outline plans to swab his DNA and search his vehicle and locker. His compliance, however begrudging, suggests he is trying to avoid further trouble. After this, Fleer pleaded guilty in 2021 to 20 felony and misdemeanor charges, including inappropriate acts with underage girls and attempts to meet minors for sexual purposes. Fleer was arrested after a 4-month investigation initiated by tips to San Diego Crime Stoppers. But now, if you think that's crazy, then wait until you meet this guy at your right-hand side.